In this beautiful season, I want to take a moment and greet the many friends of the Acton Institute around the world. At the end of this video, I'm going to have a brief greeting to our supporters and friends in Italy in Italian, and after that, a beautiful meditation with music background of a nativity set that I purchased over many years in Italy. I think you'll want to see that as well. This is certainly the most nostalgic time of the year. Everybody experiences the nostalgia of the season, whether you're a believer or not. I've been thinking about nostalgia, wrote a little article on it, which is on our website. Nostalgia is, of course, the fond memory of things past. It eliminates and edits out all of the negatives. But I think in this season especially, there's a more profound looking at the past and what we see and what we long for. We may nostalgically recall certain morsels of food that were favorites in our household, or a particular Christmas scene, or somebody mentioned to me just their grandmother's apron. I remember the smell of Old Spice cologne, which we gave my father every year because it was the easiest thing to get him. But as I say, I think the nostalgia of this season above all seasons has to do with something we long for deep in our very nature that is revealed to us in Bethlehem. We think, of course, of Bethlehem as a home, a temporary home for Joseph and Mary and their child Jesus. But I think it is also a home that speaks to us of the home of all homes, or the root of our family, the root of our life, because what Bethlehem is, what it tells us, what the message of Bethlehem is about, is a reordering of the very structure of creation. That at the beginning of humankind, there was a scar at the base of our human experience. And what Bethlehem does is hearken back to that first creation of the world and its scar, and the healing of that scar. It is the incarnation of Christ that heals the wound of sin at the base of humanity. And note the way in which this is done, and this is where it ties in to the notion of nostalgia. Nostalgia is the recall of particular things. The incarnation has been called theologically the scandal of particularity. That is, the eternal God inhabits the world that he created through the womb of a woman in a particular place at a particular time. In a sense, God redeems his creation by breaking out from the midst of his creation. And it is the sacramentality that this speaks to us about that I want us to reflect on at this Christmas. The particularity of the manger, of the shepherds and their flocks, of the common folk who come to visit him, as well as the Magi bearing gifts. All of these are material representations sanctified by the birth of Christ and the sanctification of the entire world that is now offered reconciliation with God that was interrupted by sin. I think this affects also our work, our homes, our commerce. The sanctification of what we do each day, day in and day out, can be the occasion for the discovery of God's grace offered to this world, preeminently through Bethlehem, but also in little ways. As I have been meditating and preparing my mind for the coming of Christmas, the poem by Jared Manley Hopkins came to me as a profound articulation of the sanctity of the material world that God created. Pied Beauty. Glory be to God for dappled things, for skies of copper color as a brinded cow, for rose moles, all in stipple upon trout that swim, fresh fire coal, chestnut falls, finch's wings, landscape plotted and pierced, fold, fallow, and plow, and all trades their gear and tackle and trim, All things counter, original, spare, strange, whatever is fickle, feckled, who knows how, with swift, slow, sweet, sour, a dazzle dim, he fathers forth whose beauty is past change. Praise him. A blessed Christmas. Io vorrei dire qualche parola ai miei amici, ai miei antenati in Italia. Sono andato tante volte in Piazza Navona durante questo periodo e ho visto gli artigiani che fanno i presepi e io vorrei comunicare i miei sentimenti di queste stagioni a tutti voi e faccio vedere questa bella scena di Bethlehem che stanno fatto in Italia, a Napoli. Buon Natale a tutti voi.